so much, think I might throw up off the act.
That's your problem, bro.
That's why we up on a movie and yeah.
Probably shouldn't be making this video, but I am because I think it's interesting to test out every single criminal activity in a league.
Get your words out, nigga. Somebody say you. Get your words out. Get your words out. Get your words out. I ain't worried about you. Ugly nigga.
Manner. So, for instance, I'm going to break into a car that I own. I'm going to pick a lock that I own. And I'm even going to impersonate somebody so I can get into their phone, and I don't own that. But you know what? Some of the stuff in this video may or may not be illegal, so I can't honestly cover everything. But most of the things you watch in this video are going to be done in a manner that is done correctly. We're going to do some crazy things. I hope you guys learned something. I want to just be clear, this is educational purposes only. Do not do anything you see in this video unless you are in a dire emergency and like need to break into your own car. So,
my nigga, y'all always say don't try this shit at home. Niggas are gonna try this shit at home. If I see some shit that I feel like I can do, I'ma try that shit. I seen Chris Brown do that little front flip shit. Nigga, I tried that shit, I landed on my back. I said never again. I just need to learn how to do it again. But it looked like I could do it. It looked like that shit was easy.
So, with that disclaimer, without further ado, grab your popcorn and let's do this. So as you can see behind me, I just purchased this brand new vehicle. Isn't she a beauty? And for this criminal activity, it's legal.
Damn, why does shit look so grainy, so ugly? Like, come on, get me right. Get me right, get me right.
Let's be real, I probably shouldn't be making this video, but I am because I think it's interesting to test out every single criminal activity in a legal manner. So,
Bro, ain't no way why my shit look like
for instance, I'm going to break into a car that I own. I'm going to pick a lock that I own. And I'm even going to...
Damn, where my shit at?
Where is it, nigga?
Nigga, ain't
breaking into your own car. Again, don't do this. This is illegal otherwise. There's a couple...
Bro, what's up? This trash ass school Wi-Fi, bro.
Ways to do this, and the first way is getting through the window. All right, so when getting into a car window, what you first want to do is create for yourself a little bit of a hole here, because ultimately we're going to use this tool to then hook onto the lock and then pull it up. Like I'm being delicate with it, like I don't own the car. Now they sell this literal toolkit on Amazon, so it's almost like they're incentivizing you to break into a car. But this pump right here, you're going to slide in, and then you're going to go wedge tool like this, just to let it go in a little bit more, and then we're just going to pump it up. And when you pump this, you're basically creating a space in the car for the hanger to go in. Then you have a second pump here that's now going to do the work. I can actually see inside of the car now. All right, so now that we have both of these wedged in, you're going to want to remove the top one, so deflate the air in this, and then move her right down, so then you can have a really nice entryway to the lock right there. Oh, there we go. So now there's a lot of room for you to get in here. Ooh. Okay. All right, here's the attempt to get in, and there I am. You can even drive the car if you need and steer. All right, so now that we're in there, just time to pick this lock up. So this is probably the hardest part of when you're trying to break into your own car. It's just trying to find the right hook that'll basically lift this up. Got it, door's now opened. So after about 7 minutes or so, you can open the...
But see, nigga, now, if I come back to my car and my shit broken into, I'ma blame your bitch ass, cause like, you just told niggas how to break into another nigga car. Like, you just over here teaching criminal activity. Like, lock the fuck in.
The car, and now it's yours. I mean, this quite literally is mine. I own the car, which means I can do anything to it, including this next legal, very criminal activity that you should never do, and that is breaking a window. So obviously you should never break into a car window, but there are times in emergencies when it's useful to do. So for instance, if you have a baby that's locked inside of the car or a dog and it's really hot outside, sometimes cops, police, or even the people who own the vehicle will get through the windows. But these things are quite tough, and it's not always easy to get through, and if you don't have the tools that we just saw right here to get into the windows in a non-invasive way, you're gonna unfortunately have to bust through. But it's not that difficult actually. They actually sell tools on Amazon to get into the car immediately. So believe it or not, this tool right here is used by bippers all over San Francisco, but also used by cops to get into cars. And you may not think this would be able to penetrate glass in a window, but apparently it does. And it's obviously legal because they sell this thing on Amazon. And this could even break some of the most unbreakable glass. So this is bulletproof glass, it's indestructible. This is like this. And I think all you have to do is press this directly up against the glass, give it a little pressure, and because there's such a narrow point of impact, it'll make the entire glass shatter. So this is physics 101 here. I don't know where I have to do it, but...
You know what, nigga? I see why niggas over here getting their car stole, getting all their shit took. Nigga, I recently got my car. Actually, nah, that was a little bit later, a few months ago. But I got my shit broken into. I bet a nigga seen this video right here. I bet a nigga just said, ooh, I can break into cars with this shit. Why the fuck are y'all giving criminals tools to do crime, nigga? The whole point of crime is to de-escalate that shit. Now niggas ain't got a car. Now niggas gotta walk home. Imagine you get your car stolen. Now you gotta walk home just looking dumb as fuck. Nigga, whose idea was it to put this shit on Amazon, nigga? Get your job too.
Now we're in the car. That's actually crazy that this just got into the car right here. I didn't expect that to work. You would not think that this thing could get into the car, but here we are. Once again, do not do this. This is for educational purposes only if you get locked out of your own car or if you have a baby or dog that's stuck inside of it. But that's how easy it is to get into a window. So now let's say you broke into your car, but then your car won't start for some reason. You forgot your keys and you don't know how to actually get the car going. Well, what you can do is technically hotwire the front, which I know I'm legally not allowed to show you, but what I can show you is how to jumpstart the car and give it power otherwise. So once again, they sell these kits on Amazon, so this is just a jumper starter kit. And so these things come with 2 polarized clamps that you then put onto the battery here, and then by like transferring power from this to the car, you're basically able to start the battery. So what that looks like in practice, I mean, this car is garbage, but here's the battery bank right here, and you're gonna have a positive and a negative side. So the polarity on these clamps, there is a positive and a negative, so you're gonna wanna match this up basically with the battery here. So in this case, if you look at the battery, we have the positive side up here, which is going to be then with the positive cable, and we have the negative side down here in which you take the negative cable. So clamp it right onto there, clamp her right onto here, and now you're in business. So as you can see, there's a solid green battery here, which basically means that it's ready to be jump started. And in order to do this, you're gonna wanna turn on the car via hot wiring if you get locked out of your car, and then you should be good to go. Once again, don't do this on somebody's random car. Only do it on your own if you can't get into yours. So now that we have this all hooked up, I'm gonna go ahead and power on the car. It should technically work. Again, the battery is dead on this car, so this starter is going to be really useful in starting this up. If you don't have the key, you're gonna wanna hot wire it. So again, I'm not gonna show that, but I am gonna turn the car on and we're gonna see if it works. All right, forgot about this. Okay, here we go. Bam, immediately. Just like that turned on, this car is ready to drive. Wow, that was quick, like a car guy. And just like that, from start to finish, you're ready to drive your car.
They got a mall van.
So basically we paid $600 just to vandalize somebody's car because I told him that we don't actually want the car. So I'm gonna give it back to him now because there's more of a hassle to just own a broken car like this, but it works. I was able to hack in, do a couple different things. So if you're ever stuck in your car, you need to do certain things, you can watch this video and this will be the reference. Legally. Moving on. Now the next criminal activity we'll be doing is technically legal if you're doing it onto yourself, and we've all probably faced this before, but that is picking a lock. So obviously if you own the lock and you lock something up and you're unable to find the code or the key, you're able to finagle with it in order to try to break the lock. There's even of course legal people to call to hack locks called locksmiths that can basically hack any lock you have. Now to be attempting this, I got a transparent lock so you're able to see.
Nigga, that just sounds like a cool ass job. You basically aspire some shit if you're a locksmith. You get to breaking this shit. You just over here. Nigga, you just over there fucking with the lock until you open it. Like, my job is just to open locks and I get paid. There. Nigga, you can make $120K if you an experienced locksmith. 25 an hour being a locksmith. Nigga, sign me the fuck up. You tell me all I gotta do is just know how to pick a lock and I'm finna be richer than a bitch. Nigga, I'm finna be richer than these rappers. And all I gotta do is just with a fucking lock, nigga. Let me get that job, nigga. Sign me up. Where do I apply? Right now.
Kind of what happens on the back end here. As you can see, I have the set of keys and I can unlock it quite easily. But what if I don't have the key? And instead I'm just left with this lock. Well, for educational purposes, there are technically a few ways I can break this. So they actually make these tools called key picks that are literally designed to pick locks. You can just order it off Amazon, which is kind of crazy. So among one of these 10 sizes, there should be something that's able to open this lock. Let's see. I kind of don't believe this because if so, that's actually really scary. But let's try it. All right, so here are all the tools here. Now I just have to find something that's going to fit nicely within this lock. So it's a rather small keyhole here. This is what these tools look like. So let's just try this one first and see if it it gets inside. Okay, so it actually does.
Okay.
Alright, so it's not this one. That's fine. I don't expect the first one to do it. Wait, I just popped it. Did you see that? Hold on, I wasn't on this mainframe, but this is able to do it. Hold on, let me do this again. Wait a second, look at this. You sneak in, and it opens it right up. Wow! So if you were to just buy this key just on Amazon, and you lock up something, and you think it's safe,
What are you doing?
it's really not, because all you have to do is buy the counter tools, the key picks on Amazon, and then you can seemingly pick any lock. That was the first attempt. I just tried the very first key pick, and it ended up working. I got it twice within like 10 seconds. Actually absurd, but let's see what else we're able to pick. All right, so now we're gonna pick a door. So let's say somebody's locked themselves in the bathroom and you have to get in. Let's say you have to like really use the bathroom, or if you just want to spy on them for some reason, which is kind of creepy. All you need apparently is a bobby pin. So a bobby pin is the thing that you use to kind of hold up pieces of hair. I think girls use a lot of these in their hair. And it makes sense that these would be good to pick, because I mean, similar to the other one, they're just these really
Nigga,
thick.
Like, look at you.
Nigga, look at me.
Look at you.
I'm that nigga. Yeah, nigga. Yeah, what's your name?
Whatever you say, little bro.
What's your name, nigga? That weak ass name. What's a Zah?
You said what?
What is a Zah?
The fuck is a Chris?
Nigga, that shit hard.
Everybody got a fucking Chris, nigga.
Where the rest of your name at?
Fuck is your hair?
On my head. Fuck is your hair?
Black thereof.
Ah, you thought he did? That's your ass.
Thin pieces of metal that seem to be like malleable.
Yeah, nigga, wash your ass.
You should do the same, nigga.
I am.
You're not. Have you though?
Not yet.
No, you had.
Have you? Have you?
I'm about to. You see, I am.
Okay
You see,
then,
I am.
nigga. Wash your
It's the
ass.
first time I showered and popped up in your head all day.
My nigga, you take 5-minute showers. Fuck is you cleaning?
You take 30-minute showers. You sitting there rinsing for 28 of them 30, nigga.
Hell no, I'm cleaning.
You're not.
I'm cleaning.
And
I'm
kind of fit
cleaning.
into certain locks. So I'm about to show you a door, and if you have this same door, then you should be able to open it pretty easily by just using one of these bobby pins. All right, so if you have one of these doors, and as you can see right here, there's a little hole. So if this is locked, then this is the hole in which you open things. So here's the mechanism here. You're gonna
Okay.
open it like so, and if you push through, so right now it's locked in. If I give it a push, you'll see it goes out. All right, so the door behind me is officially locked. Can't get in no matter what, so I have my bobby pin right here, and I'm going to see if I can get through it. All right, so here we go. So again, completely locked, can't get in there. Put that through. There we go, just like that.
Bro, that
Now
shit
I've
look
hacked
too
the bathroom.
easy.
It's actually kind of crazy how easy that was. I mean, like,
Nigga, I know you can do it, nigga.
I think you couldn't, nigga.
I could.
Nah.
Damn, why you hating? Get your words out.
Like, you'd think they'd make it slightly more difficult just because these doors sometimes lead to super private places, but I guess if you have like a child locked in a room, it's good to know that you can easily get to them. So, it's legal in case you want to go into your own house, of course, but don't be doing this in other people's house. You may or may not get arrested for that. Which brings us to arguably the hardest lock to pick, and that is real handcuffs. Now, obviously, it's illegal to escape handcuffs if you're arrested because you're detained, and so you have to have your hands behind your back so you don't cause any threats to officers. However, there is a legal way that you can get out of handcuffs. You can use your imagination, but just know that people use these things for things other than crime. So if you happen to be in that circumstance, well, this is how you escape handcuffs.
Nigga, I ain't even gonna lie, nigga. If I go chill with a girl and she talking about she into that freaky shit, talking about put some handcuffs on, nigga, that's gonna be my cue to leave. Cause first of all, I'm not a dumbass, nigga. We done seen the movies, seen the TV shows where that shit done happen. I'm good. And if she said put them on her, I'm good on that too, nigga. That's not me. Hey, I don't know how the fuck you grew up. I don't know what videos you done saw, but please get that shit out your mind. That is not real life.
So with handcuffs, as you can see, there's a little bit of a slot right here where this key is supposed to go. So when you put it in, you align it, give it a little twist, and then it opens right up. But what if you didn't have the key? So you just use the bobby pin, and then you just try to finesse your way in, and you just kind of have to have at it for a little bit. But this thing is basically a master key. This thing opens everything, including handcuffs. All right, so I'll show you how to escape it. So here I am, locked in. I don't want to get it too tight, but I am locked in. Like, this thing is locked. I can't move, as you can see, right? Here we go. I will be attempting now to remove this using this bobby pin right here. So it's the same sort of steps. So you just basically, wish I could flip my wrists, kind of uncomfortable, but I guess that's the nature of handcuffs. You just want to get it right in there in that slot, and then just keep peeling at it and finding that friction point. Much easier with my right hand. It may look like I'm using my right hand, but the camera's reversed, so I'm using my left hand. It's actually quite difficult. I'm a free man. As you can see, my hands are now free. And I know you're thinking to yourself, Sam, I'm never going to be wearing a bobby pin in my hair, but for any girl, you probably do, and just know that you can get yourself out of a lot of situations.
Bro, this nigga over here just teaching niggas how to break into shit and to break out of shit. You over here gonna cause the crime rate to go up. Relax.
Moving on. So you'll notice we're outside because the next criminal activity we're going to do that's technically legal depending on the state you're in is dumpster dive. So as you can see over here, it says no trespassing, but legally you are protected if you want to dumpster dive because once it goes into a garbage bin like this, it's considered public property. So I'm going to dumpster dive right now. All right, so let's take a look at what's inside of these dumpsters. I'm not going to actually dive in. I feel like that's not good. All right, so it looks like a lot of pizzas people are eating, and I do see like a kitchen set, Halfalon kitchen set. Not sure how valuable that is. I don't know if I necessarily want that. Maybe the dumpsters themselves aren't great, so let's go ahead and go into the actual garbage bins. Okay, this one's called the super, so I feel like there has to be something super in here. All right, let's see. Oh my gosh, I found something crazy. Okay, I'm gonna go in for it. Just head first right in here. No way. An empty water bottle. This thing has to be at least 5 cents. I think actually if you recycle these, you get 5 cents. So if you do this enough times, you in theory could make some good money. And it's legal, depending on the state you're in. All right, this is pretty nasty, so moving on. A lot of people don't know this, but you can actually hack an elevator. So this next criminal activity is technically hacking an infrastructure in a building. But if you are a firefighter, there's actually a way that you can do this where you can bypass floors as you're going down an elevator. I'm going to show you right now. So you're going to enter an elevator like normal. As you can see, we are on the 4th floor and it is a busy time of the day. So there's likely going to be people there. However, if you do this, hold your floor.
These niggas got carpet on the goddamn elevator? What the fuck? This like a fancy elevator or some shit, nigga. What the hell? But like, nigga, you're teaching. You know what? Never mind. Keep doing your bit.
My fault. And then the closed door button, and then this will send us immediately down, and it's going to trigger the firefighter's universal key. So we are skipping over people. Actually hear them, and we're skipping past them. Sorry guys, I'm showing something. And voila, just like that, 1st floor. Skip right past them. Don't use this a lot though. You're gonna piss off your building. And just like that, we did it. Now everybody knows that identity theft and impersonation is illegal. You can't do that unless you're a spy. So if you happen to be in a particular field, you are able to cosplay or dress up like somebody who you're not. And it's interesting because you can use this to do a lot of different things. You can get into somebody's phone, for instance, using Face ID if you have a replica of a silicone face of theirs. And well, that's what I have in this box right here. So what I'm going to do right now is show you what I purchased. I don't know why I purchased this. It's kind of scary. I bought a silicone mask of generic bald guy because the average person in the United States is a 45-year-old bald white male, which means that if this face is able to get into Face ID on this phone, then I can get into more than half of Americans' phones. So before I put it on, I want to set my Face ID on my phone to be that of an average 45-year-old bald man. And who better to use than Jeff Bezos? Now he's 61. Jason Statham. Now he's 57. The Rock. He's not white. Joe Rogan. All right, this is as good as we're going to get here. 57-year-old bald man, Joe Rogan. So I'm going to set my Face ID using his phone right here. All right, so as you can see, I'm getting started with Face ID. Position your face in frame. Okay, so I believe it worked. Not sure. It went through like a verification process, but it didn't say confirmed. Nonetheless, I have my password on, so if I'm locked out and I can never get into my phone again unless Joe Rogan looks at my phone, I do have a backup plan. But let's go ahead and do this. Let's see if I'm able to impersonate somebody and get into their phone using this silicone mask. So right now, this is Joe Rogan's phone, or just an average person's phone. It's got so much like resin on it. I feel like I shouldn't be putting this on my face. I'm gonna like suffocate. Also, interestingly, this thing has real eyebrows on it. So this is like actual human hair, and the ears, like everything's molded to actually be like a human. Lips too.
Nigga, where did you buy this shit at? Nigga, you got this off the dark webs or some shit, nigga. So, you know, if I was up in Amazon, I would look through people's mail just to see all the bullshit you done bought. If I see a motherfucker done bought some Diddy oil, hey, police, this nigga Daniel, whatever the fuck, that live over in Nebraska, hey, go get his ass. He on that freaky shit. Hey, nigga, I'm looking, cause people be buying some weird shit off of Amazon, and I feel like it should be known. Like, I feel like your shit shouldn't be hidden. Like, nah, nigga, fuck is you buying this freaky shit for? Fuck you finna get into?
Look, I'm talking. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can get into my phone now. I kind of have to hold this open so I can breathe. Nothing yet. It's not working.
Oh my god, this thing smells so badly and it's suffocating me and it didn't even get into the phone. Wow, what a waste. Okay, good thing I have a backup plan because I had a feeling that Joe Rogan wouldn't work, and so I got a disguise that I could put on that I think is going to emulate somebody who's a bit more notable.
Take a guess. Who do you think I am?
Who the fuck is that?
I am Guy Fieri. All right, so I'm gonna see if I can get into Guy Fieri's phone.
I'm sure, like, who the fuck is that? Nigga just put a wig on and a goatee and some shades. Nigga, I bet I could walk outside and see a nigga just like that.
All right, so I like this picture to train him on, so let me go ahead and do this. Come on, come on. I am officially Guy Fieri.
Now the next criminal activity we're going to do, proceed with caution. Again, only do this if you're on your own, in this case router or ethernet, and that is going to be hacking Wi-Fi. So you can technically hack any Wi-Fi out there. All you have to do...
Oh, nigga. These for all the niggas out there that done did bullshit on 2K, done hacked your IP address and your Wi-Fi and shit, kicked you offline, nigga. These y'all niggas. If I played 2K still, I would get all y'all back. But you know what? I don't play that weak ass game.
Do is type this into your browser, 192.168.1.1, or instead of 0.1 at the end, you can put 0.0, and one of these two domains is basically going to provide for you the following. So you click enter, and as you can see, it says actually attackers might be trying to steal your information. For example, passwords, messages, or credit cards. So if you happen to be on the Wi-Fi and you want to hack in a bit further, you could do a couple of different things. So it's good that Chrome is basically calling this out, telling me it's not secure, but I could continue on if I'd like. All right, as you can see, it pulls up a router admin login, and most of the time, if you really want to get into this and you forgot your username, most of the time it's admin, and then the password is something that's either on the back of the router, so if you have access to it, you can just do that, or sometimes the password will also be admin. So if you try admin, you can probably hack into your own Wi-Fi. Again, only do this if it's your own Wi-Fi. This is purely education.
Nigga, I always worried about that. Old people be having the most easiest passwords. You over there just look at that shit and they talking about something. It's a password you'll never guess. Nigga, the password is password. Nigga, you said that shit like it's the most out of nowhere shit that I wouldn't even think of. Some shit I never heard of. That weak ass password, nigga. Life kicking your ass. Y'all ain't never had phones before. Y'all over here making the password easy. That shit supposed to be hard as fuck for me to guess. Somebody could really pick up your phone, type in password, and be on their way. But you over here just this weak ass password. Same shit with they passcode. This shit be some 1 2 3 4. Nigga, that's the first thing I'm trying. Nigga, if your password is 1 2 3 4, nigga, you deserve to get robbed. That weak ass password. That's what everybody gonna try. That's the first thing on my mind. If it's not 1 2 3 4, well shit, then I'm out of luck. But nigga, why do your old ass really just sat there and pick 1 2 3 4 like that ain't like nobody else would think of that shit? Hey, I understand. Your memory a little slow. Like y'all forget shit real quick. But like nigga, you gotta have some shit that's hard to think about. Shit, put your birthday. Not everybody, the most random nigga not gonna know your birthday.
Let's move on quickly from this one. Now, a good rule of thumb is to never open up other people's mail. Why? Because it's quite literally illegal. Unless you find it in your own mailbox and there's not a clear addressing on top of it to a certain person, or if it's just generally obscure. Then you're actually free to open it up without legal precautions. I'm not a lawyer though, so don't quote me on that. And another way you can open up other people's mail and packages is if it's a lost package or an unclaimed package, then you can get your hands on this and then you're free to open it up. So as you can see here, this was shipped to somebody, but I was able to get this item, and this is somebody's parcel who I guess just ended up not claiming it, so there's like a statute of limitation in which you can all of a sudden claim it. So I don't even know what this is, but I'm going to open up somebody's mail, which sounds kind of crazy, but let's see what this person has. I've done a whole video where I've opened up people's lost packages, but this one's kind of tiny. I hope it's not like their tax returns or something. What do we got? What do we got? Oh, we're looking at a product here. What am I looking at? I don't know what this is. I still don't know what this is. So if you are missing this, I don't even know what to tell you. I don't even know what I have in my possession. Maybe if somebody smarter than me is watching this that knows what this is by the look, please let me know. Is this like a GoPro mount or something that you like stick onto your chest? That's my best guess. This is somebody's though, and I stole it, and I don't feel bad about it because it's legal. Moving on. The very next criminal activity we will be doing that is technically illegal unless you're doing it in your own home in the form of a nanny cam is a very small camera. Now, it's illegal to spy on people, so you can't just have a camera and then just put it into other people's homes. However, there's nothing saying you can't do it in your own. And so, what I've purchased is this little mini camera right here that basically disguises itself as an outlet, so you just put it in the wall, or you can just have it stand on something, so it has a little stand right here. And as you can see, there's a literal camera that sticks out, and this thing is pretty
My nigga, I'm not gonna lie, that shit not catching nobody. There's a big ass lens on the end of it talking about some, it's supposed to be an outlet. Nigga, I'm gonna look at that shit and be like, damn, that's a weird ass outlet. What the fuck is that? Nigga, I'm tired of these niggas over here trying to make these goddamn cameras look non-suspicious. Like, that shit not hidden. Like that one episode where Freddy was over there, from iCarly was over there eating some pie, and there's a big ass lens on the pie. Nigga, that shit not. I can clearly see that you looking at me with a fucking camera, the same way that shit is. Like,
miniature, it's about the size of my thumb or so, and nobody in theory should be able to catch that this exists. There's actually this one time when I was in Virginia in 2018 where me and my friend ended up finding hidden cameras within the outlets that were installed in the bathrooms. They were watching us do all those sorts of things using the bathroom, the outlets.
Okay then. Okay, you got some right here. If you put it on the inside, okay then you got me. I'm about to say, nigga, if you got it on the outside, nigga, that's pretty easy to spot.
That were installed in the bathrooms. They were watching us do all those sorts of things, using the bathroom, showering, etc. And there was one, the alarm clock in the bedroom. And obviously that's illegal. We like reported it to Airbnb and everything, and we got like a huge refund and things taken down. So I'm not going to do anything crazy like that. But what I will be doing is capturing Michael, my cameraman, who's going to be coming here any second. And when he does, I'm going to basically put some money on the ground like I did in the fake props video, and I'm going to see if he ultimately picks it up. And he won't know that I'm even here because of this cam. I have to find a good place to hide this. All right, so as you can see, I'm putting it right on this little Christmas tree over here. It's gonna sit in the soil, so it kind of blend.
Bro, that shit out in the open, bro. Like, literally, if he turned his head, he gonna be like, damn, this nigga looking at me. Like, I could tell you weren't good at hide and seek, cause this shit, that's not a good ass spot. You could have put it anywhere else, and you put it in the one spot this nigga could probably look.
Blends in nicely, and it gives a good view of this area over here. And then we're gonna put the $5 right in front of it, like so. Okay, then we're just gonna wait for him to come down now and see if he picks it up and gives it back to me. Okay, so he's on the dog bed. That's fine. Is he taking a picture of the money? Oh, I think he's just looking at his phone. What's he gonna do? He usually lays in the dog bed. Yeah. Okay. He usually chills out there while he's waiting for something to film, so he's just relaxing. I'm not gonna watch him just relax the whole time. Let me fast forward this. Okay, and this must have been when he left the area. And he just ignored it? What? Well, it looked like he looked at it too. Did you see that? He like stared it down and then he just kept walking. And when I saw him, he didn't say anything to me. Okay, that was weird. What kind of reaction is that? You just sit down on a dog bed, go on your phone for like 20 minutes, and then you just stare at the money, and then you come back to me and you don't even say anything about it. All right, well, don't do that though, because you can't do that unless it is in your own home. So once again, caveated, illegal otherwise. But I'm not quite done spying on him yet, because as you'll notice, there was no audio on there, and that's because this was just a little nanny cam. But there are things called baby monitors, like I have right here, that will actually pick up the sound and video from other rooms. So if you have a baby, for instance, a newborn, and you want to monitor it, watch it, make sure everything's okay, you basically put this next to its crib, and then you're able to kind of hear and interact with it. So I have this baby monitor right here. So what I'm going to do is set this up in the room behind me. It's kind of impossible to see. It's like cut off by a wall, but I'll show you some B-roll. Basically what the plan is that Michael, when he usually picks up the phone and takes a call, he kind of like walks back in that area. I guess because he doesn't want like it to be heard or something. I don't think he like likes being heard on the phone. And I never really know what he's...
Shit, nigga, that's what I be doing every single time I be on the phone with somebody, and then I walk past a group of people, walk past a person, I start talking real quick. Cause you know people are nosy. People love listening. Why the fuck am I on my phone and you just heard me tell my mom that I feel sick? Now they finna go tell they friends, oh yeah, this nigga said he feels sick and he feeling like a bitch in it. You over here just making up shit. I'm good. As far as you know, I'm just over here listening to music. Same way, you over there getting your hair cut, your barber looking at your phone, reading your messages. Same for the girls. You over there getting your hair done, your stylist looking dead at your phone and texting. Nigga, folks is nosy. No, I'm not finna sit up and talk on the phone while you right there next to me. No.
Saying, because you guys can't really tell, that's really far back, and there's like walls in between and stuff, and like obviously I'm recording, there's some sound and everything, so I never really hear what's being said. So I'm actually going to spy in his conversation, we will be, which is kind of intrusive, but who cares. I'm going to put this behind the door so then it kind of picks him up and he won't notice. Alright, so I'm going to put it in this closet right here. Oh great, I have an outlet. So right in here. So it's going to peek outside of this door, and then he usually takes his calls right there.
Yeah, I thought it was crazy. I don't know. I don't think I'd be doing that again. Okay, cool. Yes, I feel like it's fun.
For a segment, I was recording you with a baby monitor.
There's one hiding in the closet back there. No, you don't have to look. I'll show you after. But you said you wouldn't go on the helicopter again?
Crazy. Like, I don't think I can do that.
I'm glad we had the baby monitor, because I guess now I have to find somebody else to film this segment for another video coming up. All right, guys, that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something, but not too much.
Hey, bro. You just taught niggas how to steal.